I've spent a little time getting to know the Daysy fertility monitor. So today we're gonna do an unboxing and I'm gonna give you my first impressions. So if you've been hanging out on my channel for a little while now, then you knew that this video was coming because I mentioned this in a previous Lady Comp video. Now, if you're not familiar with the Lady Comp, it's a similar device to the Daysy that's made by the same company, but they do have some differences, and some of you had asked for info on alternatives to the Lady Comp, so the people at Daysy were nice enough to send me one of these so that I could test it out for you and give you my thoughts. And this is the first part of that, so I am going to do a full review of the Daysy coming up in the future after I've spent even more time with it, but I did want to give you this first impressions video so that you can at least get some initial thoughts, because I know some of you out there are looking to buy one now or very soon, and you want to know what I think of it so far. Oh, and I do want to make a quick note here. If you're looking for in-depth information about how this method of fertility awareness and birth control actually works, who it's appropriate for, all that kind of stuff, I'm going to refer you over to my Lady Comp videos that I've already made. They use the same technology. They're made by the same company. It's just more about it being in a different packaging and some slight differences between the devices, and I don't want to rehash all that information here, especially if you've already heard it. So if you haven't heard that stuff and you want more info about it, I'll link those videos for you so you can get that info too. So first, let's do the unboxing so you can see what you'll actually get if you order a Daysy, and then we'll come back here and talk about what I think.
So this is Daysy. Now to open the box, it's real easy. You just pull this little ribbon right here. And there it is, everything that you're gonna need. So of course we have the device itself right up here in the front, really easy to get to, and we're gonna talk about this more later, but this is a nice first look. There's the thermometer with the cap that you'll actually use to take your temperature. And then if we set this to the side, you also get this quick start guidebook to get you started and get everything set up. And then here, this is the cable that you will use to connect your Daysy to your phone, because this does use an app to sync the data. And then if we go into the guidebook, you'll see it just has some basic instructions to get everything going. So here is the little cap that goes on the back of your Daysy, because it does require a battery. So the cap is right there and the battery. So you're not going to charge this. If the battery goes dead, you'll replace it, but they do provide the first battery, and you can just put that in and close it up, and you're ready to use the device. Now, outside of the quick start, they also have another little instruction booklet, and then if you are an iPhone user for iPhone 6, then these stabilizers are needed. I don't have an iPhone though, so I don't really need these, but they are there.
So that's everything that you'll get if you order a Daysy, and I do have to say I really like the packaging. I like that it's easy to open, I like that everything's kind of right there, and they really help you to get started and make everything really clean and simple. Now let's talk about what I actually think about the device after using it for a little while now. So first off, I really do like the design. Overall, I think it just looks really nice, so that's a plus, but also it's just nice and compact and easy to use. The shape fits really nicely in your hand, and there aren't any cords or anything really to figure out or deal with when you're like half awake trying to take your temperature. And as far as taking your temperature, all you have to do is take off this little cap here, and this is the thermometer, which is really nice. Now, one problem with this is that this is not attached, okay? So I could see that maybe you would be at risk for losing the cap. I haven't had any problems with that yet, but I haven't been using it that long. Now, when I take my temperature, I make sure to put the cap on right away, but I could see if you're not great about that, then it could be easy to lose this. Now, one major thing about the Daysy that allows it to have this small and compact design is that it doesn't actually have any display here. It's just a series of lights. So when you push the button here in the middle, you know, you kind of get a light here that if you're fertile or not, and you know, there's red and yellow and stuff like that, but you're not going to see numbers or actual data on the device. With the Daysy, you view all of your data on your smartphone on the Daysy app, and you sync your device with your phone by using that cord that you saw earlier in the unboxing. Now, as far as the app itself goes, so far I'm liking it. I mean, I haven't had any real problems with it. It hasn't blown me away with how amazing it is, but it does what it's supposed to do, and it seems pretty easy to navigate. One thing that is kind of cool on there is you get charts and graphs of your temperatures. Now, right now I don't have a lot of temperatures in there, so there isn't a lot to really see. So I am interested to see how helpful or interesting that is as I get more data in the app. Oh, and something else that's kind of cool is if you have past data, you can enter that in. So if you've already been tracking some other way, you do have the option to put that information in there. Now, so far, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this setup, and I mean, it is one of the main differences between the Lady Comp and the Daysy, so it's something you want to think about if you're deciding between those two devices. But, you know, either one, they each have their pros and cons. I mean, on the one hand, it is really nice having your information on your phone, because then it's much more convenient to access it if you're away from home. If you need to reference your past data, maybe you're at the doctor's office, you want to be able to show, you know, what's going on, or look at it, or show the charts and graphs of your temperatures or anything like that, then that's really nice to have. But on the other hand, it is a little inconvenient to have your information split between two devices, because your current day's information is going to be displayed on the Daysy, but any past information is going to be displayed on your phone, and you have to remember to keep syncing stuff so that you have the most up-to-date information on your phone. And so that is a little bit of a, I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me really likes having it all in one spot. And like I said, I'm gonna think about this some more as I use the device more, and I will give you my final thoughts in the final full review after using it for a while. But right now, I'm thinking it is gonna come down to your personal preference, how much the price difference matters if you're trying to decide between Lady Comp and Daysy, and how you wanna use the information from the device. And overall, just looking at the Daysy on its own and not doing any comparison, I mean, I think it's a good thing. So far, I've really enjoyed it. It uses the same method that the Lady Comp uses, and I already like that method, so that's easy for me to say that that's a win. But also, the design is good. Just really like the overall look of it, and I think if you're looking to use this kind of method, then it seems to me, at least initially, that the Daysy is going to get the job done. And you know, I am going to keep testing the Daysy and trying it out so I can do that full, more long-term review. So if you have any questions that you want me to definitely answer in that, or any points you want me to touch on, then definitely leave those in the comments. I hope you like this video, and if you are new here on this channel, I usually talk about healthy eating and nutrition, but I do throw some healthy lifestyle things in, like the Daysy. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, then make sure that you subscribe. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.